Welcome, everyone, to this week's Shorty Podcast episode of the What We Meant to Say podcast with Jake and Hines. Let's take a weekly look at upcoming film, TV, and streaming releases, and also provide some historic references for the week ahead. Let the Shorty begin. Let's take a look back at things that happened prior to 2022 for the week of March 20th to March 26th. Sad news to start off with. March 20th, 2020. Kenny Rogers dies at the age of 81. March 20th, 2015, the series finale of Glee, titled Dreams Come True, airs on Fox. During its 6-year run, the influential music drama made an old music new again with stream of hit covers. March 20th, 1997, Yanni becomes the first Western artist to play a concert at the Taj Mahal, not the casino, when he performs the first of 3 shows at the Monument. March 20th, 1994, Madonna snags her 3rd Razzie for Worst Actress in her role as Rebecca Carlson in Body of Evidence. A little known fact, she won 5 Worst Actress role or awards for Razzies.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very interesting.
March 21st, 2006. 6 years after filing suit, the family of African musician Solomon Linda, who wrote and recorded the original version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight, reaches an agreement with the song's publisher, giving them some royalties. March 21st, 2005, the final episode of The Osbourne airs. The first 2 seasons of that were legendary.
I never really watched that show, but wow, it ended in 2005? That's a long time ago already. Dang.
Yeah. March 21st, 1997, the movie Selena debuts in theaters. A breakout performance for Jennifer Lopez. March 21st, 1994, the boss, Bruce Springsteen, wins an Oscar for the song Streets of Philadelphia from the Tom Hanks movie Philadelphia. And here's Jake.
March 22nd, 2016, after years of health problems and a battle with diabetes, Fife Dog, did I pronounce that correctly?
Oh, yeah, you nailed it.
Fife Dog of A Tribe Called Quest dies at age 45.
Good rap group.
Yeah. March 22nd, 2003, Britney Spears' girl power flick Crossroads earns 8 nominations at the 23rd Golden Raspberry Awards. I thought I was going to say Golden Globes, but then I saw Golden Raspberry Awards.
She won for Song of the Year, too, for I'm a Girl, Not Yet a Woman.
Oh, okay. March 22nd, 2003, Pantera released Far Beyond Driven on the one of the few
heavy metal albums
to reach #1 in America.
Annual banquet, Dumb and Dumber.
It's a tough one. March 22nd or March 23rd. I still can't read. March 23rd, 1992. Billy Ray Cyrus releases Achy Breaky Heart. It becomes his signature song and starts a line dancing craze throughout the U.S.
Have you ever line danced?
I had to in school. Otherwise, never. March 23rd, 1990, the rom-com Pretty Woman debuts in theaters. That's a great movie. Love it. March 23rd, 1985, Billy Joel, the piano man, marries the uptown girl, Christy Brinkley. They remain married for 9 years. March 24th, 2005, after Carrie Underwood performs alone on American Idol and ends up being the winner and sells the most albums all time for any Idol winner. Yeah, she's a juggernaut. She's cool. March 24th, 2000, Jack and Meg White of the White Stripes get divorced 3 months before releasing their second album. Isn't that whole thing where they claimed to be like brother and sister, and then it came out that they were married, and then they got divorced? It was a weird newsreel. Yeah,
she ended up marrying one of his friends then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. It's too bad that they broke up, but I guess one of the main reasons was because of her like crippling stage fright. Really unfortunate because it's a real thing. I have it too. But man, I wish they would get back together. So good. Anyway, March 24th, 1972, The Godfather opens in theaters. And now I'm going to hand it back to Hines.
March 25th, 2015, Mariah Carey joins James Corden for the first installment of Carpool Karaoke. March 25th, 2003, Linkin Park releases Meteora, the follow-up to their smash debut album, Hybrid Theory. March 25th, 1986, Geffen Records signs Guns N' Roses, and somehow they kept them alive and out of jail long enough to record Appetite for Destruction, which sold 18 million copies. March 26, 1994, Modern Rock rules as Soundgarden's Super Unknown is the number one album in America, with Nine Inch Nails' The Downward Spiral at number 2. Those looking for something less intense can find it at number 3 with the Ace of Base album, The Sign. You had that album, didn't you?
Love Ace of Base. In fact, my wife and I, we started recently going to a roller skating rink, and I remember as a kid, my favorite songs to be played at the roller skating rink were Ace of Base. So now as an adult, when I'm roller skating, I'm just like, more Ace of Base, more Ace of Base.
All right, we got to move on. March 26, 1988, Man in the Mirror becomes the fourth of a record 5 number one hits from the Michael Jackson's Bad album. And lastly, March 26, 1971, the Rolling Stone Lips and Tongue logo appears for the first time when it appears on VIP passes at a London concert. That wraps it up for things that happened prior to 2022 for the week of March 20th to March 26th. Let's take a look at upcoming film, TV, and streaming releases for the week of March 20th to March 26th. Starting with Netflix, Call the Midwife. Season 10 premieres on March 21st. In Good Hands, the movie, is also on March 21st. And here's a classic. Jeff Foxworthy, The Good Old Days, premieres on the 22nd. Get Her Done. No, he's not Get Her Done.
He's the redneck guy.
He might be a redneck, yeah.
Yeah, he might not be, as well received in 2022. The man in the mid 90s, he has a couple albums that I can recite word for word.
The Principles of Pleasure. It's a docuseries that covers sex, joy, and modern science of pleasure. Premieres on the 22nd. Put that on your list. And I know this is one a lot of people are waiting for. Bridgerton, season 2 starts on March 25th. Did you see season 1?
No, I have not. I've only heard about it, but yeah, it's like crazy popular. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And on HBO Max, Amsterdam, a new series, starts on March 20th. Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel is on the 22nd. Fists of Freedom, the story of the 68 Summer Games, is on the 22nd. They do such a good job with a lot of their docuseries. That could be a good one.
Yeah, I'd check that out.
And a movie that I've seen, King Richard, comes back to HBO Max on the 24th. Super good acting kind of storyline, but the script was just, I think there's more to it. It's the Williams sister story. And it's actually pretty good. But the writing just, either way. Traffickers, Inside the Golden Triangle, season 1 premieres on March 24th on HBO Max. Amazon Prime, I know we have some listeners that are really going to be excited about this one. Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls series, season 1 starts on the 25th. And lastly, but probably most importantly, one of my favorite shows is coming back to Hulu on the 25th. Atlanta, season 3 premiere. Great series.
Yeah, I need to watch that at some point.
Yeah, super good. All right. So, Jake, what are you watching and or listening to? And might I add, I wish we could include more music releases, but stuff is just spread all over the place. And there's so many singles and not albums that are released. So it makes it tough. So we're not ignoring the musicians.
Yeah.
It's just, it's tough to compile it.
And we're also getting old and out of touch.
That's very true. I
kind of stick with the same rotation of albums lately. I went and saw The Batman this last week, which was really good. It was incredibly long. Like comes in just under 3 hours. But man, Paul Dano as the Riddler was so freaking good. That guy just, in my book, he can do no wrong. I think he is one of the best actors ever. I just love Paul Dano. So anything that he's in, I will go see for sure.
Are you kind of like me where you like a lot of the supporting actors in the Batman movies? Not necessarily Batman. Everyone makes a big deal out of Batman, but I like Jack Nicholson, and some of the characters that are in a supporting role.
Yeah. And like the supporting cast in this one, Paul Dano is great. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman is fantastic. And I had no idea watching the movie that Colin Farrell played the Penguin. Like they did such amazing makeup on him. I didn't find out about it until like 2 days after I saw the movie. It says Colin Farrell's performance as the Penguin. I'm like, what? What are they talking about?
That's the best.
Holy crap. I had no idea. Whoever did the makeup on that movie deserves an Oscar award. But I'm just throwing it out there.
And I did. We've been talking about Jackass forever. I did go see that, and let me just tell you, from the beginning, male genitalia is shown from the beginning. So just forewarning when you go in.
Okay, noted.
So what else are you streaming? Anything else?
No, I haven't started any new shows in like a couple weeks. It's still just been like slowly working on rewatching the show Workaholics for the second time, and that's kind of what I'm stuck on. Probably will be for another week or two. But yeah, there's I have a huge list of shows, but just haven't had the time or energy the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
But we'll get back on it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm starting a new one, The Dropout. It's about Elizabeth Holmes and the whole Theranos thing, where she had her own fake blood testing company, and that's on Hulu.
Okay.
So that I think it's a 4-episode deal, and also the Andy Warhol Diaries on Netflix. Yeah, it looks super cool because I guess he almost died in like 1968, and after that he started filming himself, like to make his own personal diary, and so that's what it is.
That's what. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, and I never trust it. They always say limited time series, so that always gets me like going like I better watch this now
before
or it's going to be gone forever. Yeah,
and limited release.
I'm continuing to watch Severance on Apple TV too, so that's good. And I'm really excited. This Friday, Dune comes back to HBO Max, and that is such a good movie. I watched the first time it came out, but now it's coming back permanently. Oh, it is so good. I can't wait to watch that again.
I'm going to have to watch that. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know what to do.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we got all our listeners kind of planned out for this week and get them, make sure they don't miss Atlanta. Because if you don't watch it on FXX, then you have to watch it on Hulu the next day. So you always got a backup. But all right. Well, that's all we got for this week. Enjoy your streaming, movies, music, and every bit of your entertainment. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.